Hey PVC, it's Andy Cloudy Malder coming at you from a sunny Scotland. I normally make my videos at night time, but today we have a scorching hot day after 2 or 3 days of torrential thunder showers and rain. It's turned out really nice, and it's so bright that you can't even see the walls behind me. It's backdrops normally, some blinds, and I've had to close those because I just couldn't get any picture on the camera. But okay, something a little bit different. I was just thinking, going through my collection catalogue database thing, and started noticing that I had quite a few different recordings, or the same recording on different formats, what have you, of a number of different songs. So the song I have chosen to show in this video, which I've called Repeat Offenders for no reason at all really, is Antisocial, which originally was from a French band called Trust, and was kind of made their own by Anthrax in the 80s. Now, I could have picked lots of songs from Iron Maiden and the Ramones, simply because I have so many live albums by both and a lot of bootlegs by the Ramones. So a lot of the early Ramones stuff is kind of on every single live album, every single bootleg, and a lot of songs like The Trooper from Iron Maiden, for instance, is almost on every single live album that they've done. And rather than just show this is another live album, I have gone for something which I have 8 or 9 different copies of. Let me show you. You'll see what I mean as I go along. So I first got introduced to the song Antisocial on 1988's State of Euphoria by Anthrax. I'm showing the vinyl and the CD together because I count this as one, because it's the same release but on 2 different formats, although I kind of break that down. I mean, it's the same track listing, and it's the same mix, I believe. This is original. Is it original or is it a master? I don't know. Maybe it's 2 because it's a remaster. Anyway, Antisocial was the 4th track of this album. Now, I wouldn't even say it's one of my favourite Anthrax songs by far, but I just seem to have picked up a lot of releases where that track is on. So that's number 1. But as I said, it was originally a song by Trust on the album Repression. Now, this album's from 1980, and this is a Canadian pressing, but it is the French language version. And Antisocial is how you say antisocial in French. So there we go. So this was 1980. This was a nice BCLT from Greg the Egg some time back. As was this. So this is also Trust Repression, but this is the English. I have 2 copies. I've got a UK press and a Canadian press. Again, the Canadian press courtesy of Greg the Egg, but I guess the English-speaking version has the same songs, but they're all re-recorded with English lyrics. And track order's the same, still have Antisocial up top. No difference between the Canadian and UK pressings there. So that was the origins of the song Antisocial, and as I've shown, I was introduced on State of Euphoria. One of the singles off State of Euphoria was Make Me Laugh, and I have a couple of different versions of that. So this is kind of okay, because the different versions, they have, I think they have slightly different track listings. So this is the 7-inch single version on records. I think it's on yellow vinyl, yeah. And this has Make Me Laugh on that side and Antisocial live on the flip side. So that's number 4. I also have the 12-inch version, which I had first. I bought this back in 88, and I believe it's signed by Scott Ian, although not in my presence. It was in the record store like that in Spillers in Cardiff. This is just a black vinyl, black vinyl version on Ireland. So we have Make Me Laugh on side A, and then on side B we have a cover of Sex Pistols' Friggin' in the Riggin', and the same Antisocial live as on the 7-inch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next up, also in 1988, and rather bizarrely, they've added a hyphen to this release here. So this is it's another 12-inch single, maybe an EP, I don't know. I don't think this is an official single from the album, although it may be. It does say taken from the album. But on side A we have Antisocial. I think it's just the studio version, but again they've added the hyphen to it. And on the B side is Parasite and Less Sex. I believe Parasite is a Kiss cover, yeah, by Freely, and I'm not sure who Le Sex came from. I don't know if that was also a Trust song, because it sounds a bit French, but there we go. So there's number 6. I'm not very good at keeping count. Exactly the same cover, but a completely different release is this. Now this is an EP. This is Penny Confessing. Nice fucking EP. This is a 6-track EP. This is from 1989, and this is interesting because although it has the Antisocial cover on here, this is Anthrax singing it in French. So previous to me getting this album in French, I only had Trust singing it in English, but I had Anthrax singing it in French, which I thought was quite interesting. Again, we have Parasite, Sex, and Pipeline on there, with Now It's Dark as the main character, main track. Pretty good, you can see. But that's a great EP. That's its 89 as well. And the last couple of versions. So on CD, I've got the compilation Return of the Killer A's, and there we have Antisocial on it. And last but not least, one live album in this group, which is Chili on Hell. I think this was released, or the show was certainly 2002. This was released on Nuclear Blast a couple of years ago. You can't see the, there's no track list, and it's a double or a triple album, but it's well packed in, so I'm not going to get it out just to show it's on there. But it's a double album, sorry, and it's the last track, so it's the one before they finish the show. So there we have it. Just thought I did something a little bit different. I may do 1 or 2 more of these, depending on whether you guys are kind to me in the comments. Let me know what you think. What songs do you have that you have multiple different versions or multiple different formats of the same song? Whether it be a song that you like or not, or like Antisocial, one that you just happen to have because it's on releases with other things that you were buying at the time. Thanks for watching.